Subscribe my channel and press bell icon to get all notification.
Let's start a discussion about the cloning vectors. अब हम बात करते हैं cloning vectors के बारे में. So these cloning vectors, they are very important in the recombinant DNA technology. They play a very important role because इन्हीं vector की वजह से we can transfer our required gene into the host cell. So let's start about this cloning vector. Many type of bacteria, the plasmid, bacteriophages, viruses, they can be used as a cloning vector. इन्हें हम use कर सकते हैं as a cloning vectors. So first we have to understand about the some characteristic feature or the some special characters of the cloning vector. So सबसे पहले देखते हैं कि ऐसे क्या features हैं जो cloning vector में होने चाहिए. First feature that each cloning vector, it means that the things or the organism which we are using as a cloning vector, it should have the ORI site. ORI site means it's the origin of replication site. It's an origin of replication site. This is the site from where the replication gets started. इसके बारे में हमें पता है. This is the site from where the replication start. So this is the origin of replication. So every vector should have this ORI site. हर एक वेक्टर के अंदर ये ORI साइट प्रेजेंट होनी चाहिए so that the DNA insert जो हमने DNA insert करवाया है, this DNA can be multiply, can be replicate. हमें जो भी DNA है, जो भी required DNA है, उस DNA की copies form करवानी है and for this it should be replicate. और ये कब replicate होगा? जब हमारा वेक्टर होस्ट सेल में एंटर करने के बाद replicate होगा and for this replication it should have this ORI site. तो ORI साइट पे अगर हम अपना required DNA insert करवाएंगे then it also get replicate with the replication of these vectors. So it should have ORI site. Second thing that it should have a protein which is the ROC protein. ROC protein. This is the protein which is required for the replication. Is the protein of replication. This protein is required. Protein of replication. This protein first is bind to the ORI site and then the replication process start. So this is the protein which is required for replication process. Next thing, it's a selectable marker gene. Selectable marker gene. So each vector should have the selectable marker gene. हर vector के अंदर selectable marker gene होना चाहिए so that we can identify that this cell in which we inserted our plasmid or our vector, this host cell become transformant or not. Transformation means if we enter our required gene into the host cell, the cell will become the transformed cell. So ये चीज को चेक करने के लिए कि हमारा जो डीएनए है, हमारा जो जीन ऑफ इंटरेस्ट है, वो होस्ट सेल के अंदर एंटर हो गया है एंड इट बिकम द पार्ट ऑफ इट्स न्यूक्लियस और नॉट, दैट थिंग इज डिटरमाइंड विद द हेल्प ऑफ दीज सिलेक्टेबल मार्कर. सो ये एक तरीके से हमें आइडिया दे रहे हैं टू गिव द कंफर्मेशन दे रहे हैं एक तरीके से दैट द आवर डीएनए गेट इंसर्टेड इनटू द होस्ट सेल एंड इट्स बिकम द पार्ट ऑफ इट्स genome. So this selectable marker could be of two types. दो तरीके के selectable marker genes यूज किए जा सकते हैं. First है antibiotic resistance gene. Antibiotic resistance gene. These are the genes which show resistance against particular antibiotic. यहाँ पे ampicillin resistant gene हो सकते हैं, tetracycline resistant genes हो सकते हैं, kanamycin resistant genes हो सकते हैं, किसी भी तरीके के lots of type of antibiotics are present and these antibiotic resistance genes they provide the resistance power against a particular antibiotic. Similarly, the another type of selectable marker which can be used are the enzyme producing genes. यहाँ पे एंजाइम प्रोड्यूसिंग जीन्स हो सकते हैं. These enzyme producing gene क्या करते हैं? They will produce some specific type of enzymes and by which we can be identify the transformants. Like यहाँ पे हम एग्जांपल देखें, like एक जीन है जिसे हम बोलते हैं LAC-Z gene. This LAC-Z gene, it produces an enzyme beta-galactosidase. So, if this LAC-Z gene is present, then it will form the beta-galactosidase. On the basis of the presence of this beta-galactosidase, we can identify our transformants. So, these are the selectable marker. It could be antibiotic resistant genes. जो कि पर्टिकुलर एंटीबायोटिक के अगेंस्ट रेजिस्टेंस पावर शो कर रहे हैं, और इट कुड बी द एंजाइम प्रोड्यूसिंग जीन, जो एंजाइम प्रोड्यूस करने वाले जीन भी हो सकते हैं। लाइक एग्जांपल हमने लैक्जेट का लिखा है, विच विल फॉर्म द बीटा गैलेक्टोसाइडेज, and this galactosidase it will produce a specific type of blue color, ये blue color form करेगा, और इस कलर की प्रेजेंस से हमें पता चल जाता है कि this is transformants or not. So these are the selectable marker genes. Now next thing that should be present in a cloning vector is the restriction site. Restriction site are the site on which the restriction enzymes work. Endonucleases जो होते हैं वो एक particular site पे cutting का काम करते हैं, which is known as restriction site. Every restriction enzyme has its own restriction site. So each cloning vector should have the restriction site for a restriction enzyme. यहाँ पे एक सिंगल रेस्ट्रिक्शन एंजाइम के लिए सिंगल रेस्ट्रिक्शन साइट होनी चाहिए. सपोज अगर हम बात करें, दिस इज अ प्लाज्मिड, सपोज दिस इज अ प्लाज्मिड एंड इट हैज द इको R1 साइट. यहाँ पे इसके अंदर इको R1 की साइट है. दिस इज वन रिकॉग्नाइजेशन साइट और रेस्ट्रिक्शन साइट. एक साइड हमने यहाँ बना दी है. सपोज इट हैज वन मोर साइट वेयर द इको R1 कैन वर्क. दिस इज अनदर इको R1 रेस्ट्रिक्शन साइट. Now, if we treat this plasmid with the help of this eco R1 से जब हमने इसे ट्रीट करवाया, ऐड किया, तो ये यहाँ से eco R1 इस प्लाज्मिड को यहाँ से कट कर देगा and it will cut it from here also. So we will get the pieces of plasmid. हमें प्लाज्मिड के pieces मिल जाएंगे. So this is not the right way. We have to cut this plasmid at a single place. Single place पे कट करना है so that we can add our required DNA at this single place. So here the important thing is that restriction site for each restriction enzyme should be one. हर एक restriction enzyme की एक ही restriction site present होनी चाहिए. Next thing जो हम यहाँ पे देखेंगे, that is that the cloning vectors which we are using as a vector, it should be small in size. Vector का size small होना चाहिए so that it can be handled easily. So here we discuss some important characteristics of the cloning vector. First, that is, it should have ORI site, which is the origin of replication, from where the replication gets started. So our DNA, if we insert our DNA at this site, so this DNA will also replicate when this vector, this plasmid will replicate. So यहाँ पे होना चाहिए. This origin of replication is also important to maintain the copy number. Copy number मतलब कि plasmid जो bacterial cell के अंदर कितने नंबर में प्रेजेंट है, इट्स कंसिडर्ड एज कॉपी नंबर. अगर हमें ये नंबर इंक्रीज करवाना है, सपोज वी वांट मेनी प्लाज्मिड्स इन अ बैक्टीरियल सेल, सो वी हैव टू सिलेक्ट सच काइंड ऑफ ORI साइट जहां पे जो हाई कॉपी नंबर को सपोर्ट करेगी. सो दिस इज ORI साइट. सेकंड, रोग प्रोटीन इज अ प्रोटीन रिक्वायर्ड फॉर द रेप्लिकेशन. Third is the selectable marker gene. Selectable marker gene can be of two types. First, antibiotic resistant gene, and it could be an enzyme producing gene. Enzyme producing gene भी हो सकते हैं. Antibiotic resistant gene जो होंगे, they will show the resistance power against any antibiotic. And enzyme producing gene, they will form a particular type of enzyme which will show their effect by making some changes. Like Z is a gene which form beta galactosidase enzyme, and this enzyme will show blue color colonies. तो यहाँ पे इनकी प्रेजेंस की वजह से आइडेंटिफिकेशन हो जाता है कि दैट ट्रांसफॉर्म्स आर फॉर्म और नॉट. इस चीज के लिए यहाँ पे भी कंफ्यूज मत होइएगा. वी विल डिस्कस दिस प्रोसीजर दैट हाउ वी कैन आइडेंटिफाई. ये हम डिस्कस करेंगे वहां जहां हम स्क्रीनिंग प्रोसेस डिस्कस करेंगे. सो दैट थिंग विल बी डिस्कस लेटर ऑन ऑल्सो. But here I have given you the basic idea that how we can identify on the basis of the selectable marker gene. They are required to find out the transformants from the non-transformants. Okay. Now next is restriction site. Each cloning vector should have the restriction site for different restriction enzyme, but it should be one for each restriction enzyme. हर एक रेस्ट्रिक्शन एंजाइम की एक ही रेस्ट्रिक्शन साइट होनी चाहिए. इफ इट हैज मल्टीपल रेस्ट्रिक्शन साइट फॉर ईच रेस्ट्रिक्शन एंजाइम, देन इट कुड बी कटेड एट डिफरेंट प्लेसेस. तो बहुत सारे प्लेसेस पे कट हो जाएगा एंड वी विल गेट द पीसेस ऑफ द प्लाज्मिड. नेक्स्ट, it should be small in size so that it can be handled easily. So here we discussed some important characteristics of the cloning vector. Now let's discuss the examples of the cloning vector, and we are starting with the PBR322, or we can call it PBR322. So let's start. This is the structure of PBR322. This is the structure of vector PBR322. It's a first artificial cloning vector. This is the first artificial cloning vector. It was synthesized by the scientist. Artificial cloning vector, and it was synthesized by the scientist. Now the name or the abbreviation PBR. PBR का मतलब देखते हैं. The P means the plasmid. The P word is here for the plasmid, and the B stands for the Bolivar, and this word R stands for Rodriguez. So this is the abbreviation, and the 322 is the code which is given to this vector. So this PBR 322 was the means plasmid, Bolivar, Rodriguez, and 322 for the code, and it was the first artificial synthesized cloning vector. Now let's see the structure of this cloning vector. In this PBR, we can see that it has the restriction sites for the different restriction enzymes. It has the 8 restriction enzyme site, 8 restriction sites. Let's see all these 8 sites. Like it has the BAMH1 restriction enzyme site, and this is for the SAL1, this is for PVU2 and PST1, PVU1, EcoR1, CLEV1, and the Hinge3. These are the sites of the different restriction enzyme, and here you can see that these sites are not repeated. हर एक रेस्ट्रिक्शन एंजाइम की साइट जो है वो एक ही है. दैट थिंग वी ऑलरेडी डिस्कस्ड. अगर रेस्ट्रिक्शन साइट एक से ज्यादा होगी एक रेस्ट्रिक्शन एंजाइम के लिए, देन इट विल कट द प्लाज्मिड एट द डिफरेंट प्लेसेस, या फिर वेक्टर को डिफरेंट प्लेसेस पे कट कर देगा. सो इट शुड हैव वन. सो each restriction site represent the different restriction enzymes. यहाँ हर एक restriction enzyme के लिए different restriction sites है, and it has total 8 restriction enzyme sites. So we can use any type of restriction enzyme to cut this vector to insert our required DNA. तो हम कोई भी साइड enzyme use कर सकते हैं. Next thing that it's present in this, that it has one raw protein. Here you can see that this is the raw protein. This is the protein required for the replication. It's present here. Next thing that it has the 2 antibiotic resistance gene. Antibiotic resistance gene. 2 जीन है यहाँ पे एंटीबायोटिक रेजिस्टेंस शो करने के लिए. फर्स्ट इज शोइंग रेजिस्टेंस अगेंस्ट द एम्पिसिलिन, एंड अगेन अनदर वन इज शोइंग रेजिस्टेंस अगेंस्ट द टेट्रासाइक्लिन. तो 2 जीन्स हैं जो एंटीबायोटिक रेजिस्टेंस शो कर रहे हैं. दिस इज एम्पिसिलिन रेजिस्टेंस जीन्स, एंड दिस इज द टेट्रासाइक्लिन रेजिस्टेंस जीन. So this is about this antibiotic resistant gene, and it has one ORI site. ORI site, here it is. This ORI site is the site from where the replication initiates. तो ये origin of replication की site है. So this is the quality or the important characteristics which these plasmid, this artificially synthesized plasmid PBR322 contain. And the base pair, अगर हम इसके base pair की बात करें, it is made up of 4,3,6,3 base pair. This is the size of this plasmid. इनसे ही बना हुआ एक plasmid है, artificially synthesized plasmid. Now let's see, as we discussed about this antibiotic resistant gene, it has 2 antibiotic resistant gene. If we cut this plasmid by the BAMH1 site, अगर हम BAMH1 को use करते हुए इस plasmid को cut करते हैं, then this plasmid or with the host cell or the bacteria which will contain this plasmid will not able to show the resistance against the tetracycline, because the tetracycline resistant genes are also found at the BAMH1 site. यहाँ पे ये BAMH1 site है, रिकॉग्नाइजेशन साइट है, और इसी साइट पे टेट्रासाइक्लिन रेजिस्टेंट जीन प्रेजेंट है. तो अगर हमने BAMH1 यूज करते हुए इस प्लाज्मिड को कट किया है, then tetracycline genes will also get destroyed. ये भी destroy हो जाएंगे, and the bacteria which contain these plasmids are not able to show the resistance against tetracycline. So in this way we can identify the transformants from the non-transformants, because tetracycline gene resistance destroy हुआ है, but it has the resistant power against ampicillin. Ampicillin resistant gene present रहेंगे, and they will show the resistance against the ampicillin. So this is about this PBR322. इस PBR322 के अलावा भी बहुत सारे वेक्टर्स हैं जो एक्सपेरिमेंट्स में, डीएनए टेक्नोलॉजी एक्सपेरिमेंट्स में यूज होते हैं. Now let's see some another type of cloning vectors also. Most of the cases the plasmids are used as a vector. Like अभी हमने artificial plasmid PBR322 को भी देखा. Generally plasmid ही vector की फॉर्म में यूटिलाइज होते हैं, but Other than plasmids, the bacteriophages, retroviruses, GI plasmids, and some another vectors can also be used. So let's start about the some another cloning vectors. इसी कैटेगरी में हम एक क्लोनिंग वेक्टर पढ़ सकते हैं, that is PUC. This PUC is again a plasmid, and this plasmid is formed in the University of California. This U stands for University and C for California. So this is the plasmid which is formed into the University of California, and so name given as PUC. This PUC cloning vector has the LAC-Z genes as an the selectable marker gene. जैसे कि हमने पहले भी देखा, ये जो selectable marker gene LAC-Z होता है, it will synthesize a protein which is beta galactosidase. If these genes are present, then the genes will synthesize the beta galactosidase, which will form a chromogenic substance, which means it forms a blue colored colony. If the bacteria has these genes, then they will form the blue color colonies. But if we insert our required DNA into this LAC-Z region, अगर हमने इस LAC-Z region में अपना required DNA insert करवा दिया है, then this LAC-Z gene get inactivated. The LAC-Z gene inactivate हो जाते हैं, and it's known as insertional inactivation. Insertional inactivation, because we are inactivating these genes by inserting the DNA in these genes, and it is known as insertion inactivation. In this case, the transformant cells will not form the blue color colonies. So this is one type of plasmid or the cloning vector. Another important cloning vector which we have to discuss is the TI plasmid. TI plasmid. T means transfer, tumor is T for tumor, and I for inducing. This is the tumor inducing plasmid. This tumor inducing plasmid is present into a bacteria which is known as Agrobacterium tumefaciens. This is the name of the bacteria which contain this plasmid known as T plasmid. ये bacteria है. This bacteria is able to cause a disease into the dicot plants, and the name of the disease is a crown gall disease. It's a tumor formation disease, यानी कि ट्यूमर फॉर्मेशन का काम करता है. क्राउन गॉल डिजीज भी बोलते हैं. This bacteria is a pathogenic bacteria, and it's formed this crown gall or this tumor because of the presence of the plasmid, which is the TI plasmid. The TI plasmid इसमें present होता है, then it's able to form the disease. This TI plasmid is contain the tDNA. इस TI plasmid के अंदर tDNA present होगा, which is tumor inducing DNA. In the presence of this, the tumor is formed. Now, this tumor inducing DNA is utilized, or this TI plasmid, we can say that these plasmids are very usefully modified to use as a cloning vector. इसी बैक्टीरिया के इन प्लाज्मिड्स को इस तरीके से मॉडिफाई किया गया है, इस टीडीएनए को इस तरीके से मॉडिफाई किया गया है that it can be able to transfer our required gene also. In generally, this tDNA can be transferred from one plant cell to another plant cells with these TI plasmids, and they can cause the disease in another plants also. So इसी कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स को यूज करते हुए हम अगर इस tDNA को मॉडिफाई कर दें and we insert our required gene with this tDNA, then this tDNA can be transferred our required gene also. So our gene of interest is transported by this tDNA. But here one limitation is that this TI plasmid can be used only in the case of plant cell. इसे हम सिर्फ प्लांट सेल्स में ही यूज कर सकते हैं. इट कैन नॉट बी यूज्ड इन एनिमल सेल्स और अनदर सेल्स. नेक्स्ट plasmid, next cloning vector which can be the retroviruses. Retroviruses can be used in the case of animal cells, and they are the cancer causing viruses. So retroviruses, they can be used into the cases of animal cells also. Now next example could be of bacteriophages. Bacteriophages. Here the bacteriophages, we know these are the viruses which infect the bacteria. So these bacteriophages can be used as a vector or as a cloning vector, but But these bacteriophages, they can be of two types. Here, the M13 bacteriophages can be used and the lambda bacteriophages can be used as a cloning vector. Next, a cloning vector which we can use is the YAC, that is yeast artificial chromosomes. This is artificially synthesized vectors and they are widely used into the Human Genome Project. So YAC means yeast artificial chromosome. इसके बारे में हमने पढ़ा है when we discussed about the Human Genome Project. Is yeast artificial chromosome and they were widely used in Human Genome Project. Similarly, the another type of vectors is a BAC, that is the bacterial artificial chromosome, that was also synthesized during the time of Human Genome Project. It's the bacterial artificial chromosomes. So these are the some plasmids with this some another यहाँ पे आप देख सकते हो कि some cloning vectors, they are the natural cloning vectors like plasmid natural हो सकता है, TI plasmid is a natural cloning vector, retroviruses, bacteriophages, but some other synthesized or artificial cloning vectors are also there like YAC, this BAC, and the another one could be the cosmid. Cosmids are the artificially synthesized, artificially formed cloning vector in which the cos site is used with the plasmid. Plasmid के साथ cos site को add कर दिया जाता है, then vector form is known as cosmid. Cos site is a specific site which form when we cut the DNA sequence through a restriction enzymes. So this is a particular site which can be attached with the plasmid to form these cosmids. So these are just some artificially synthesized cloning vectors which can be used in the case of the recombinant DNA technology experiments. Here we discuss about the different types of vectors, and out of these the PBR322 is very important cloning vector of your syllabus. In the next video we will discuss about the host cell, the competent host cell. So keep watching, keep studying and keep learning. Thank you.